What's up, everybody? I'm Mike Wallz.
And I'm Keys.
And we are doing a special edition of Off the Walls TV. We have the CEO and leader of one of the most outstanding, dope musical entities in the music game right now, 1500 Nothin. This man, Larrance Dopson, my man, Rance. How you doing, brother?
What's up, my brother? How you doing?
I'm good, man.
This is like a musical superhero, guys. I'm just going to
They make me
self-proclaim
sound
that.
real good.
Well, that's how we feel about you.
Nah, for sure. So y'all been super busy, man. Like, tell us what it's like to be like working in the industry like y'all are. Like, y'all everywhere from the new Kendrick album to I saw 15 at in New York at the B-Sides concert for Jay-Z.
Yes, I was so jealous.
This was a good couple of months.
Man, what? And not to mention the Soul Train Awards. So just kind of tell, what's your year been like? It's kind of.
You said some of it, but on the band part, the Soul Train, we did a tour with Ross. We did Coachella with Azalea Banks.
Right.
Wow.
We just did the theme song for the movie Get Hard.
What word?
Did the Beast Mode Ludacris, and then it's just not me. This is just my bars, but we got a camp. That's just amazing. We got a band and everybody plays every instrument.
Yeah.
We all teach each other everything. So, we got James Fauntleroy, who,
right,
of course, is like the #1 songwriter. He just wrote everything.
Everything.
I don't know if we could go down that list.
Like one of his first hits was like No Air. And then from there, he did like half of every Chris Brown, Rihanna, Beyonce, Jay-Z. He wrote every 23 songs with Justin Timberlake on the 2020.
Right.
Crazy.
John Mayer, everybody. And it's just awesome, man. But we all been homies forever, so.
So what's the story been like? Like, how did y'all even link up? Like,
well, we started we were all from LA, different parts of different hoods in LA, but church was like somewhere where, it all kind of brought us together. So 1500 was we were kids at the time, so it was like the dopest kids that could play instruments that wasn't like too weird. And,
right. For sure.
That was still cool.
Yeah,
It was
still
cool
swag,
instrumental kids.
You feel me? Sometimes we sag, maybe not supposed to, but we knew, church is like so important to us because that's where we learned a lot, almost everything from. And, it makes this type of stuff looks easy because it's church,
Right.
Yeah.
You find out what key you in, you play the song, if you mess up, everybody look at you crazy. So
Same rules apply?
Yeah, and it's like when you're in church, after you learn how to play church music, it basically teaches you every chord for every emotion. So like, if I want to make you cry, I know how to make those chords.
You know what key it goes with.
Make you mad. It's all major, minor, diminished. And after you understand that, you can.
Sky's the limit.
Dang. Practice.
Yeah. So would you say that that's like one of the key things that's attributed to y'all's success and y'all's versatility?
Yeah. Church. Like people don't realize how many times we've like rehearsed and learned every song. Like even for Soul Train, like we did Soul Train last 2 or 3 years, and I mean the first time we did it, we had to learn like all Burt Bacharach songs, like Dionne Warwick, and it's all type of stuff where you really gotta know what you're doing.
Right. He has a lot of those little intricate sounds that come in smooth.
Some rappers you could cheat because like sometimes they play, 2 tracks, but like Jay-Z, he doesn't cheat. Like we had to play everything, and it was just professional. It was awesome.
Love it.
Yeah.
Jay-Z and Snoop is like my favorites.
Those are your 2 favorites?
Yeah.
Dang, and then to be a part of like the B-Sides shows, that's like legendary. You know what I'm saying? Like, what did it feel like to be?
How that happened? I asked Guru too, and he was telling me, he's like, man, I just got an email from Jay, like I want Guru, Omar, and 1500 or nothing. Make it happen.
Boom.
So I was like, man, that was awesome. Hey. Shout out to Terrence Martin, man.
What up, man?
I gotta do it. So this man right here, I must say.
Let me
He's the first person I seen. I remember one time he did a beat. I was at his house, right? And then 2 weeks later, he showed me a check at church, and it was for like $15,000.
What?
I was like,
I still didn't have a car though.
I was his driver, but it was crazy, man. After I seen that, I was like, look, bro, come talk to my dad. We gotta invest. I was giving everything I got. He took me to this guitar center, bought everything I needed to have, and I was out of there. So
Dang.
shout out to my nigga T-Mac, man.
Boom.
I do know that.
What I've noticed ever since, so I'm from New York, and what I've noticed ever since I've come to LA is that there's this overwhelming sense of community and like camaraderie in the music industry that like doesn't really exist that strongly on the East Coast.
Yeah,
And what is that?
We all grew up together. It's like LA small, so if you're in music in LA, either, you know, if you was a rapper, you was at Leimert Park, or if you was a musician, you was at every revival.
Right.
You know, there's certain places. If you was a real one, you
knew where to be
everybody,
at.
and everybody that kept going and didn't stop is now like super successful. And you know, it's the 10,000 hour rule, man.
Yeah.
Become an expert in 10,000 hours.
No, that's real.
Yeah.
Man, so you're so versatile in so many different things. Like how does one, like as an artist, focus on which one they want to be proficient at, and then like have the diligence enough to be a professional at all, or like, well, starting at one, but then like many.
Yeah, it's just, to me, it's just studying all type of genres of music from like the 1920s till now, and really just putting everything you like in your head, and then you're like a walking crate at that point. So I know like I can steal a bass line from an 80s song, and then steal a Dr. Dre chord, just one chord, and then steal a Terrace, you know, lead line that he do from a talk box, and then you'll never know, but it sounds like me.
Wow.
And, you know, it's just you take the best from everybody, but you make it you. So you just, you know, that's how you get sued. Taking more than 4 bars from everybody.
Right. You're like a walking sampler at that point.
Yeah,
Right.
it's like we're all crates. Like you could play. I mean, we could play records, and he could tell you what drum that's from or who wrote it. And you know, we really did our homework as musicians, from the church and just all type of genres of music. So.
Do you feel that that is something that the children or the next generation of producers and musical people need to like think about? Like
they have to if they want to make the type of money that's out there, because everybody could be a beat maker, but it's like honestly, like no, not to dish out trap music or rap music like that, but it's to the point now. I like my nephews make trap beats as good as I can make. Like everybody can do that, so you gotta come with something different. You gotta practice. You gotta know your theory. You gotta know how to make it, you know, different.
Right.
And whoever does it first is usually the man.
No, for sure. I feel like there was like a space where in the music industry it felt like trap and those kind of styles were prevailing. Were you ever discouraged at all by the fact?
Trap music. I love it all. It's just, yeah. Like even now, they taking trap music to another level. Like they're using real music and real samples and you know, stutter edits and all type of stuff to make it interesting. That's all it's about. Just being more creative and just, you know, making somebody say, "Ooh, that was dope." The oohs and ahs.
So real music's always going to prevail in your mind.
Always, yeah.
See?
It has to. It's that like thing that keeps us all leveled.
For sure. Even if we get like too far ahead, you know, that's the thing that brings us back always.
Hold up.
Yeah. It's crazy, man.
So you're a CEO of 1500 and Nothin. Tell us about that. Like how did you learn all the business aspects of the music industry and then also be a real professional musician at the same time?
Hands on, man. Just I learned by people's mistakes.
Right.
And I mean, dealing with a group of people, of course, you gotta understand different emotions and how not to react to certain stuff. And it's really just everything is about your state of mind and what you think about every day and God, you know. So as long as you got that together, you can deal with any outside emotions or anything.
When you were younger, were you always told that you were like the leader, like you could lead a group?
I never wanted to be the leader.
you may have never wanted to be the leader, but were you like just naturally a leader?
Yeah, but that's the dope thing about 1500. Like everybody's a leader in their own way, you know. So we keep each other on our toes, but you know, somebody gotta make it.
No, for sure.
I'm looking forward to the documentary so we can
awesome. I can't wait to
get more in depth with that.
What can you tell us anything about the documentary so far?
The documentary is so dope. The 1500 documentary is so dope because we've been filming for the past like 11, 12 years, our whole life.
Really?
So just us having all the footage from when we were kids and we made Show Me What You Got, or when we did all type of stuff. Been on tour with Snoop fresh out of high school, just seeing, doing Live 8, hanging with Bill Gates backstage, all type of stuff that just, people dream about that I can put on Instagram and stuff like that.
Right.
Y'all just won't believe me. It's just crazy. But it basically is gonna show everyone that coming from where we came from, anybody can do it. Cause it's like our studio's in the hood right now, and we're probably never leaving the hood because that's just how we are. But I mean, I live in Marina. James got a big ass house. Brody, everybody is cool, but we understand where it comes from. Like you can't, we don't. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. We started every studio in the hood, and Jamba Juice down the street. Everything
all
is
of
close, so it's a family, and that's just always a place where everybody can come. And but the documentary, it talks about all of our struggles, everything we went through from the beginning of how we started, from me having a dream to me just wanting to get certain musicians, and me meeting Bam in Bam in middle school, and I was playing keys and he was better than me, so I switched. He was the best drummer, so I gave up playing drums.
Right.
And we met Chuck in elementary school, but me and Chuck, I lived in different hoods, neighborhoods, and Chuck was like 10 blocks away, but they was enemies, so they used to chase Chuck from my house. We'd be on the phone teaching each other other chords, and it's all type of stuff. And then the story with Brody Brown, he's like the youngest one from 1500, but he's literally got like 4 or 5 number ones now. He wrote everything from Grenades to Fuck You, CeeLo, all the Bruno Mars stuff, and all the stuff that we do together with everybody too. So it's like, the story of how we, got our name from us.
That's what that story is what I'm like dying for, honestly. I was on Google like 1500 or nothing. What does that mean?
It really shows everything. I'll for sure get y'all a sneak peek of that.
I need that in my life.
Yeah, we started off as a church band. We met by Valentino at church. And we were doing like a concert or something, and this is when the Slow Down song started coming on, and he was getting a buzz for himself. But we was doing free rehearsals for like a month.
Oh, dang.
So, it came up to a point to where this nigga was coming to rehearsal with Rolexes and chains and shit, and we were just broke. But we were still coming to rehearsal,
Right,
so
for sure.
He asked us like, yo man, I got an opportunity to be signed to Def Jam. I do the showcase. I can't do it without y'all. So we, got in the circle politics for a minute.
Right.
Yeah.
And I was like, look, man, you gonna have to give us 1,500 for that, nigga.
What?
And then he was like, oh, well, all right. Well, what y'all gonna call y'all? What's the name of y'all band? 1,500 and nothing.
What you think it was?
We doing it or not? So
Wow.
then we like made a handshake and started like a musical game. And
You know what's so crazy though?
That's crazy. What?
that was James' first gig. He got fired.
Dang.
No.
Valentino fired him. I gotta keep it real about it. But
No way.
We still are friends.
Yo, the crazy part is that like I was like, I had a feeling that there was like an offer on the table, and they were like 1,500 and nothing.
You called it really.
1,500.
That was so crazy.
Yep.
I be knowing.
You do.
Yeah, but it just talks about all the struggles. Like, I mean, everything anybody that does music or wants to be a producer or writer goes through. Like, we went through all the bullshit to where, I mean, I was in a fucked up deal when I was young for a long time to where I couldn't see none of my publishing money. Wow. That made me say, fuck it, I'm gonna go on tour with Snoop. When fresh out of, high school.
Right.
From there, that opened doors. I did like 6 world tours with him all around the world. And I was never home, but then we always had a home studio in LA. So we always worked, and, but everybody individually was cracking as a teenager. So
that had to been crazy.
Yeah, it was awesome, bro. It was God. He put that together.
Wow.
For real.
That's real though. But everything happens for a reason too.
Yeah, it talks about how we met James, how James, when I first met him, I mean, we met like 3 times. Rascals once, him and Chuck.
Naturally.
They were battling, singing.
Really?
Chuck was singing.
Y'all got video footage of that anywhere?
I don't have footage of that, but I mean, and then the second time, we was at a party, me and James, and it was like a shootout. We were like, my friends did some shit, or we was sitting there arrested, and I was just like, look, bro, we gotta just make some music.
For sure.
Like, we gotta just do some music, because this is just ridiculous.
But it's good that you guys, were all able to use your creative minds to get you out of your situation, and to get you to the next level of life and what you were supposed to be doing, because this clearly is what we're meant to be doing.
Yeah, you gotta have street smarts in business. Like, you gotta have both
Exactly.
to survive, and you gotta not be so emotional. That's the most important part. Is
Speak on that a little more. Like, how do you
non-reaction. I mean, I don't. Of course, we all believe in God, the Bible, everything.
Right.
And but we had great parents too, and, a good support system. And they taught us a lot of stuff. Like, it's a book that I recommend, other than the Bible y'all read. It's called The Master Key System.
Okay.
And it basically teaches you how to get everything you want by just thinking, because the power is within.
Wow.
It's
Talk
like,
about it.
Like, I can say, like, it was crazy. In my head, I meditated before, and I was like, all right, we're going to play for Jay-Z. Get a card for Jay-Z. Everything I think about, it happens. And that's with everybody. And it just be funny because people think we're crazy, but like, we're not.
You're right. It's the laws. It's the natural laws.
Yeah, it really works, man. Like, you can really have anything. Like I wanted a driver 4 years ago just because, and I've been having a driver for 4 years.
Wow. Straight up.
Just because I went and bought an Escalade, I hired my homie, and now I've just been what I've been doing forever. So you can really have anything you want. You just gotta really believe it, and it's just possible, man.
When it comes to what kind of things would you tell an emerging artist to
or an emerging collective?
Like, what kind of advice would you give them as they are on the brink of that level of success?
You just gotta be good. You gotta be good enough so where somebody wants to pay you. Everybody does music. Everybody's just a producer, but we care about. If it's a cowbell, I'm taking 20 minutes making sure that cowbell is sounding clear. I'm taking all the dead space out so everything is right in your face. Like, it's just mixed. Like, we care. You just gotta care and spend the time, man. A lot of people, we was rehearsing at church for 12 hours when we was young, so now we can do all this stuff.
Yeah.
Like, people, it takes a lot of work, man, and more work than, and you're gonna be broke sometimes. That's just how it is. When you grinding, it's like a sacrifice. A lot of times I know people that want to do music, but then life stuff gets in their way. They have a baby, or they have to get a job, or real life kicks in. But it's like, some people, either you want it or you don't. You gotta want it enough to be broke, and then when it happens, it's like, it was supposed to happen. Like, it ain't even a surprise no more. It's...
Indeed.
Yeah.
So was there ever a point in your journey that you were kind of less optimistic than you usually are? Like, was there a point where you're just like, dang, how am I going to manifest this in these conditions?
It always gets to a point to where you get to the bottom, and then you have you just got to shoot back up, But that happens every day. That's life. You can walk outside and road rage. You got the decision to whoop their ass and go to jail or something, or just be like, it's all good, my brother, and answer the phone call that's gonna make you $1 million. But if you was fighting, you wouldn't. People miss blessings so much. You just gotta really pay attention to life and how it works. So, like, that's what we really pay attention to energy and vibes, because we make music off of how I feel at the moment. It's just, I don't think about it. I don't plan nothing.
Right.
Like, we never have writer's block. Like, none of us, just because.
Clear channel.
Yeah, you can't. It's like, a fear is an illusion. So, like,
Come
what's
on.
the fear of me? Like,
this guy is just taking pages out of the book.
Come on, tell it to him, though.
It's the truth, man.
Yeah.
It's the truth. Like, we're not supposed to be as successful as we are being a group. First of all, groups don't last. And then we're like, all from the hood. Like, Brody's he's really from on the Park Compton crib.
Right.
But like, his family, but we was really raised around both sides, and now we're able to teach our friends that didn't know what we know. That's what it's about. And now, I got friends that straight gangbangers that's like executives that's literally made millions being a part of 1500. Like, but for real though.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's just a blessing, man. Just being able to just sharing information. But it's about if you take it in or not.
No, for sure.
It's about just whatever you think about the most is what you get out of life. So think about making hits and being rich, and just doing everything you want to do is gonna happen.
Plan your work and work your plan.
Just be ready. Just be ready be ready for the roadblocks. Just be ready to knock them out.
Right.
It's gonna get in the way, but not too long, man.
I love it, man. Rance over here.
Rance is talking
needs to
to
write
him.
a book next. The
Yeah, come
1500
on.
or Nothing book.
We're working on it.
I bet you it is. I bet you are.
We also got a curriculum. We're like 70% down. We do all type of stuff for like education. Like we built a studio at Crenshaw High already.
What?
Last year we did South by Southwest where it was just imagine James, the 1500 band on the stage, and then we had Hit Boy as the producer. We talked about our curriculum, everything from writer's block to brain activity to everything you need to know as a writer and to write songs.
Wow.
And then we made 2 songs from scratch, no rehearsal.
Was that the same thing as the Grammy?
Yeah, that was it. Yeah,
I seen that.
So now we're
was
gonna
crazy.
start doing like a tour. And,
Yes.
But everywhere we go, at every college, we want to leave like a room that's like our room. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we gonna hook it up, make it a studio just how we'll have it. Teach everybody, give them a curriculum, and teach them how we make music and how we think it should be.
Dang.
That is what's missing. I feel like,
Right.
Because we've taken music or we've taken art outside of the school system a lot here in America. So it's really, really bad.
Yeah.
And we're missing that. So kids are literally just listening to whatever they're hearing on the radio, but the stuff that you're making isn't always getting just on the radio. They don't see all the intricate parts of it. They just see the polished, finished, system.
Right.
So I appreciate you as an artist and you guys as a collective of artists doing that because children are our future. If we don't educate them now, then we can't expect anything from them.
Yeah. And now it's about computer literacy. Like, we're
Right.
really encouraging that. It's like all you need. Like, now you don't. Back in my day, you had to buy, like, horns and trumpets and stuff.
Yeah.
Man, give me a Mac and
You good?
some
Pro Tools?
some plugins and
Right.
you're straight. Like, they got the real horn sound. They're, like, all you need is a Mac. So we're really encouraging, like, computer literacy for people to really understand how to make music now because that's very important.
Right. And how about computer resources? Like, what kind of programs are you using?
Well,
Well.
I used to use Logic. Well, we use everything because we know if the more Teddy Riley tells us, if you know everything, you get paid for everything. That's why we're musicians, we're producers, we're writers. Me and James own a club called DBA on Santa Monica.
Hey.
We got all types of shit. We do everything.
Yeah.
You gotta, but I totally forgot your question.
No, I'm saying what programs are you using and like what kind of plugins?
Shout out to Logic, but I've been using Ableton and it has changed my life and changed everybody around me life.
Yeah.
It's the best program ever, and that's just period. Pro Tools, Ableton, but nothing's beating Ableton. Ableton is the best.
Yeah. What about Ableton makes it so awesome?
I mean, first of all, if it crashes, you don't lose nothing.
Check.
It's like 1,000 more things. Like you can sample, you can speed up your song, slow it down fast. Everything is right here in one thing. It's just so much more headroom. It's just everything you can possibly think is the best.
It's there.
Right.
And they're not paying me to do this. They are my homies, though. We do business with them, but they're not paying me to do this. So I really like Ableton. I encourage everybody to fuck with Ableton.
Boom.
Yo, for sure. You heard it first.
All right.
And I want to talk about consistency. Like, y'all have reached the top, the zenith of music, period. Like, Grammys, working with some of the dopest artists, the biggest artists in the country, on a lot of different platforms, a lot of different genres. What is it that keeps y'all hungry? Because you can easily be like, yo, I made it already.
Bro, I feel like I haven't did anything. I'm in the studio every day like I just started.
Word.
Making beats like I just met this nigga and I've been knowing this nigga forever. And
Yeah.
You just gotta, you don't take nothing for granted, man. Like, we get money, we want more money.
Right.
It's like, you do a goal, you want to do another goal.
Yeah.
So it's like, energy, it's about movement, vibrations. You gotta, if you don't move, nothing can happen. So just understand that you gotta get up every day and work out or, pray or meditate, and then get up and work and do something towards what your goal is. It's gonna happen. And answer your phone, because answering my phone gets me a lot of business, bro.
Yeah.
Answer your phone.
Answer your
phone.
Answer emails, very important. Yeah.
Oh.
That's dope. Well, I just want to round it off by asking, what is the legacy that you personally want to leave behind, but that the collective 1500 also wants to leave behind?
We're all about extreme dopeness. Like everything has to be dope. Take everything to the limit. Just do everything the best, just the best, and take your time and make sure it's the best. It's like there's no time limit on greatness, you know. Like,
wow.
Like it takes. Ask Quincy Jones, man. Like they like read some of their books. It takes time.
Right.
Like even if like doing Kendrick record with Terrace, like that was the most amazing thing ever. But it took time, like
Wow.
and consistency. We were in the studio every day. We was vibing. He was writing everything. You know, Terrace is such a genius, knowing how to pick out the right people for the right situations, and it was perfect. You know.
And that album, man, I feel like it did so much for the direction of where hip hop is and where it's going. How did it? Can you tell us a little bit about how it felt to be a part of that, like that whole experience?
Right.
Man, I mean, it was crazy because Kendrick didn't let nobody but the creative people hear the music. Like, it's some famous people I can name right now that tried to walk in the studio, and Kendrick just waited till they left till he played some music. Just because it's so important, you can't. It's a vibe. We're so sensitive with like vibes and energy. Like one person, one opinion can just mess up anything.
Right.
And we've all like James is the king of not caring about what anybody thinks. Like I mean,
I can see
don't know
that.
if he's gonna be mad about this, but even how they told it's a song that Rihanna on her new album called James Joint. I don't know if you heard that.
No, I haven't heard it yet.
She leaked it. It's a song called James Joint. It's about smoking weed, right? So, but I guess whoever asked them to do a song for Rihanna was, saying like, yeah, man, we need some club up tempo stuff. And James is an asshole, so he does the total opposite, just so people leave him alone. And they just love what he do, man. He's just a genius. Like he does the total opposite from everybody, and that's what makes him authentic. Like if you say go right, he's gonna go left.
On purpose.
That's just what he does. He's just gonna do whatever he thinks is dope. That's just what we do. We don't second guess ourselves. We, even us working together as a collective, like. If we're all in a room together, it's like musical chairs. Like I could start a beat, piano, James can write the song, Morris can come in and do a full string arrangement, Brody could come and do the drums, I can come back and mix it, Brody can come back and do overdub. It's like it's a process.
Right.
It's like we don't have to ask each other nothing because we all been to the same school of our parents and music and studying and church and knowing when to break and knowing when it's too much and how to leave space for the artist.
Wow.
It's just a lot of shit you gotta know.
Right.
Just a lot.
But paying attention to detail and just being that precise with everything, that's what separates good people from great people, I feel like. And that's just in life too, not just even in music, but I feel like that's like the overall formula for success in general.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Man, I'm so glad we got to get this time in. Literally, you may be one of my new favorite people.
I can ask a couple more.
Oh yeah, for sure. Because I know the food's here. Yeah. So one of the other questions I was wondering is, how does it feel? Okay. By the way, I don't know if I ever told you this. The first time I ever saw y'all was at Revolt TV's first live.
Oh, Ross.
with the Rick Ross joint off of Highland.
Shout out to Ross, man.
Yeah, I was just so like being an artist myself, but also having like a lot of background knowledge and experience in live instrumentation. I was just like, yo, this is the dopest thing. Like Rick Ross is playing, and then he has a live band. That's ill. Like the first, those are like the first exposures to hip hop music that I was like really like entranced in when I saw Jay-Z do his thing with the live band and everything, and I saw that y'all did it. How does it feel to kind of be leaders in pioneering the live instrumentation back into hip hop music?
It's fun. We get to cheat, man. We get to be on stage and see what everybody likes on stage, so we can do it in the studio. Like,
oh man, I never even thought about that.
It's cheating, man.
Right.
It's so fun. I could be at sounds before the show and play like one note or something, and certain people will go crazy. Like,
right, you'd be like,
okay, they like that song.
Wow.
Man, it's fun, man. I think people like hiring us because they're hiring a group of producers, not
Right.
musicians.
Wow.
Like musicians sometimes play too much. You know, it's different. You gotta have different swags for different genres of music. Like,
Nah, for sure.
you know, if you playing that Soul Train, it's different than playing a Snoop gig. Snoop gig is different playing from Nas.
Right.
Nas is playing different from all the Lupe songs we do, and it's
Right.
just all it's totally different. So we just know how to focus in and lock in on our parts and make it us. And then it's like everybody's their own artist. So like Mars is crazy. He's gonna have some glasses on for no reason.
Right.
You know, just going ham, throwing the keyboard or something. Like
Right.
we're all on stage together. It's just we don't care about nothing. We just
Nah, yeah.
but we know our part. You know, we like to entertain and you know, it's just fun. So
Yeah,
I just can't sit there and not smile or go crazy.
Right.
No, I could definitely tell. I was watching y'all from the top at the B-Sides concert. And I'm like watching you and how you're talking to Omar and like how y'all are just like having this communication silently while Jay's just doing his thing. There's like a whole nother show going on backstage. The backline's killing.
It's
Like,
funny because we all have mics, so we could be talking shit.
I seen that.
Jokes, all type of shit. Can't nobody hear us.
I love
That's dope.
it.
It's fun, man. Shout out to Omar. He's one of the best too. That's my nigga.
shout outs to
One
Omar.
of the best MDs I've ever worked with. Cause like I'm an MD myself.
Yeah, for sure.
We're all like everybody for 1500 know is we understand what it takes and how to be MD, but he's really good. Like he understands how to blend in with anybody and make it just the best. So
Dope.
shout out to my nigga.
Hey.
Shout outs. And do you think that you like being a live musician better or do you like being a producer better?
It's the same. It's just it's two different highs. You know, just being on stage, just you know, with hundreds of thousands of people going crazy, playing songs you either produced or you just like playing anyway.
Right.
It's awesome. And then when you're in the studio, it's like you get to sit down, be comfortable.
Like just have like create your own environment.
Just have instruments around you. It's just awesome, man. It's two different worlds, but you got to know both of them to survive.
Dope.
You know, survive and make real money. You know.
Man, so you seem like you're like living the life.
Right.
Like it really feels like you designed the life in your head and you're actually physically living it.
That's
Like
what it is. That's it.
that's what the free life is all about, man. What if you can give like 3 points to like sum up? Like what if you can give like Rance's laws of living the best life in the world? What would it be?
Damn, that's a good one. I gotta think about this. Give me a minute.
I'm gonna give you all the time you need, brother.
All right. First thing, non-reaction. Very important. You know, somebody gets mad or you see somebody's emotional, just think about why. And the why is that they could have a fucked up day. Somebody can have cancer. They could just have a bad day. So if they're being an asshole to you, think about why they're being an asshole, and then don't even let it bother you. And still help them if you can. The more you help people, the more money you'll get from God.
Right.
That's just
It's karma. It's karma. It's good karma.
Like the less selfish you are, the more you just, it's just about helping and sharing, and you understand like life is really just about love and being happy. You'll just start getting crazy checks, bro, from nowhere. And sometimes I don't be getting checks from music. It'd be from like just me meditating on what I want or something.
Wow.
It'd be crazy. But then I still break bread with my homies or, share. It's about sharing because after you figure it out, it's easy. But it's not easy.
Right. But it's not at the same time.
Yeah. So helping people.
1.
Non-reaction.
Non-reaction.
2.
And what is another bar? I can't wait till I interview James because James is like, he's the sensei of all this stuff. Like,
Oh yeah.
He's
gonna
that one.
really like break
He's
it
the
down.
Jedi
He
Master.
taught me how to, he's the sensei. Like,
Yes.
He's the first person to. He's probably like the richest.
Yeah. So he knows the rules the
He
best.
knows and it's like we're in the hood every day. Like
Yeah.
really, like we have gangbanger friends, we have all church friends, we have political friends, and
I love it.
we all help each other, and that's what it's about. And then the more you share your ideas and talk about what your goals is, like even how we started our school, we just woke up and wanted to just start helping people. So he's like, man, let's just start a school. Let's do a curriculum. So then I started telling everybody, yeah, bro, I'm about to start a school. Oh, man, I know a lady who has a school that does this. Oh, okay, put me in contact. Damn, now we got a legitimate. Then it's like you just talk about it, and then you talk to people that's vibrating on your same level.
Right.
But and then it happens. It happens faster. But if you're like vibrating with people, it's like a radio station, and you got to be completely on
the notch,
or it's not gonna work.
Damn.
No matter what you do, and it just takes longer, but it's not gonna work. After I figured that out,
everything was off to the races.
Yeah, and it's not like my life is just the best life ever. Like we go through everything. We still go through bullshit, you know.
Right.
You know, all type of stuff happens. Same thing that happens with everybody, but it's about reaction. Am I about to pay that much attention on somebody really making me that mad? Because I know I could beat them up. I know how to fight from the hood. We can do everything anybody can do, but it's like, why don't you just focus on just making some more money?
Refocus that energy.
Redirect it
on something worth it. So yeah, man.
Dang.
And know your craft. Be a genius. Like study. Like do your homework. Like if you say you're a fucking magician, you have to know every magic trick. Like you gotta know everything. Like, and then after people realize you know everything, they'll start paying you for it. And it's the last thing you should. Video is very important. Like this is so important because
film everything.
Like I'm gonna keep it real. From me filming everything we've done, I don't even have to in meetings. I hate talking. I hate saying what we've done. I can't even remember all the shit. Like and nothing, you know. But due to videos, we got an EPK. We got a marketing tool. All we do is show the video and give them a price.
Right.
1,500 or nothing.
Yeah,
like, what's up?
Yeah, more zeros than that, man.
1,500.
Yeah, but we can keep it in here forever. 1,500.
Hey.
I'm still rolling, actually. So.
Yeah, we're gonna stop rolling.
That's okay. I just wanted to show that we use these.
Oh, Mike.
Yo, what's up, y'all? This is Mike Wallz.
And I'm Keys.
And you was watching Off the Walls TV. If you like what you saw, subscribe right here.
Right there.
Right here.
Right there, right there. And also, if you want to continue the conversation, make sure you look us up on iTunes. Open Door Policy. Let's continue the conversation there, guys. Subscribe right here today, guys. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter. Everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yo, I met this chick at the kickback. She was fazed by the muscles in the six-pack. So then we pulled out that six-pack. She wanted Merlot, but I ain't drink wine then. She was so fine then. The first time we caught eyes, it was like the first time I seen stars shining. You know, the breath that you lose when you first see an angel.